Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Arden and I've decided to challenge myself to do daily vlogs for as long as I want to. Honestly, I've been feeling super under the weather recently for the past couple of weeks, I guess. I've been feeling creatively burnt out. I haven't really been filming videos except one or two. I've also been feeling like everything is out of control in my life, and I don't know, it's been a confusing time, so I just thought that I would sit down, I would talk about, what's been going on, and also do some schoolwork, just a daily vlog that will help me get back into my routine. It's just been a time where I feel like everywhere I turn, things seem hopeless. Whether it's in my personal life, whether it's when I go on social media, whether all the, everything that I've wanted to do prior to the pandemic, it's just been it's fallen into the water, I guess. All my plans are crushed. Nothing is working out the way I wanted it to or the way I imagined, and I'm just here feeling like I don't know where this is going, where life is going. If you're feeling like that as well, I mean, one thing that really helped me, and I'm not saying that I'm cured or whatever, I'm just saying that I'm feeling a little bit better, is just allowing myself to wallow in self-pity for a while. Give yourself the freedom to feel bad and to feel like nothing is okay. Just feel it, embrace it, and then let it go. Know when it's time to just let go of these negative emotions, when it's time to just see that life isn't necessarily the way you see it right now, and that maybe your perception of it is a little bit off due to whatever's been happening in your life. So just know that it's just temporary. Life is gonna go well. Just give it time and don't rush into it, and don't make yourself feel guilty for not being your best self, because we cannot be our best self 100% of the time. That is simply illogical, and it's not the reality of, I would say, everyone. I mean, everybody has ups and downs in life, so I don't know why we make ourselves feel like if we aren't perfect all the time, we're useless. So just my little piece of advice, and I'm not just saying this to you, I'm saying this to future Arden who will hopefully watch this video. A reminder that you don't have to be perfect all the time, and I don't often talk about it, but that's why my issues with food started in the first place, because I was feeling so out of control, and I took it out on myself because that was the only area that I could control. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection is overrated, and while I know that I am anywhere but perfect, it's okay. We're human. My birds are chirping. I mean, chirping, more like singing. And since I'm doing these vlogs, I guess I should just catch you up. If you don't know, I have a bearded dragon named Lucifer. She has been brumating, which means just like hibernation in bears, except this is in lizards, like brumation is in lizards. She has been sleeping basically for the past 2 years. And she has been waking up every single month or every 2 months just to have eggs. And then last year, I actually went and got her spayed, which means that she no longer is able to reproduce. Well, it turns out that after the surgery, Lucifer was still able to have eggs, and she had previous vet visits that determined that there were eggs in her, it's in her tubes or whatever. The vet gave her oxytocin so that she could go into labor, and she had her eggs, but she was scheduled for surgery, but she didn't get it because the vet was too full. So they rescheduled it, and 4 days ago, I went to drop her off, and I didn't hear from the vet for 3 days. They didn't call me, so I called them, and they told me that Lucifer hasn't had surgery yet. They did do an x-ray to figure out what, you know, what the situation is right now, and they realize that she is once again going through the reproductive stage, which means she's gonna have eggs again, but she doesn't have her ovaries. So that was interesting. And they told me that she was gonna have her surgery yesterday, which she ended up having. I think. I don't know. I'm waiting. I don't know why I said that. I'm waiting for a call from the vet to tell me if she had her surgery or not. And I'm hoping, or I'm expecting, to go get her today. Hoping. But in the meantime, while she is away, I took the liberty to design her new terrarium. I have all the measurements. I have everything. And my uncle, hopefully this summer, is gonna be able to make this terrarium. It's not gonna be as long. It's gonna be a little bit taller. There's gonna be a little shelf here, and it's gonna be on a stand, and that stand is gonna have a little shelf, and it's gonna be just like a, I guess, a wardrobe, I guess, you know, it opens and closes, and it's gonna be on wheels. And the reason behind that is because I need to be able to move the terrarium. Hopefully that terrarium is gonna come in this summer. She is gonna have an upgrade. One of the birds that I have, it has been here for the past, I don't know, 6 years, and she is really scared of hens. Now, no matter what training I did with her prior to, you know, the one that I'm doing right now, like the training, it wasn't effective. She is a female. She is very stubborn. She is deathly scared of hens. And I've had her for 6 years. I bought her at the store when she was very little. I mean, not very little. She was like 4 months old. But for some reason, she is just unhappy with hens. So I respect that. I never reach into her cage because her cage is her safe space. Anyway, I've been doing this like training. I've been letting her out. I've been letting her you know, now that she is more comfortable with me, be on my shoulder whenever I do anything, and I never force her to get out of her cage. If she wants to, she can. If she doesn't, I don't force her. So right now she's inside, but I am hoping that she will come outside someday. I mean, someday, sometime soon, today. But she doesn't get out every single day. She doesn't want to. Even though I give her the option, she would much rather stay inside. My sister's bird, however, he is not used to hens at all. The breed that he is, like the species that he is, they can be friendly, but they are just very skittish, very shy, very scared. And what I am trying to do is get him to get used to me, but I just let him out of the cage every single day and allow him, if he wants to hang out with me, like to fly on my computer monitor, which he hasn't done ever since I redid my room. He does usually go somewhere high, like my closet, like wardrobe, whatever, and he watches me from there. But whatever feels, you know, nice and comfortable for him, it's fine. And I did start recently to change their diet a little bit. I just mix a lot of different things in their food, and yeah, they're a lot happier and a lot more excited when I give them food. So yeah, and my chinchilla is currently not in my room, but I need to clean his cage today, so that is on the agenda as well. But before I do that, I need to start doing some schoolwork, and then, you know, I'll do the rest. Oh, and I almost forgot to say that today is my grandma's birthday. I already wished her a happy birthday, and I am so fortunate. Yeah, another little talk. I'm so fortunate to have the people in my life that I do, even though we don't always get along, and even though we argue all the time. I still, you know, last year my grandpa died, and it was very hard for me personally. Like, I'm just speaking from my experience. I know it was hard for everybody in my family, but personally it just hit me very hard. For the past for the next 6 months, from June to December, I was feeling really depressed. And then in January, you know, ever since January, I've been just trying to work through what I've been feeling and my grief and stuff. So yeah, it's been very hard. But when tragedy happens, when something bad happens to you. And once you gain a bigger perspective, it's, I don't know, it just makes things clearer. You are blessed with the people that you have in your life, and whether that's your family or friends, whether you know, don't talk to your parents or whatever, it doesn't matter what the situation is. The people you have in your life, the people you want in your life, the fact that you have them, and the fact that they still live, it's a blessing every single day, and you should be, you know, just grateful. Don't take them for granted. Yeah, I'm very grateful that my grandpa got to reach yet another year in her life, and yet another year with us. And yeah, my grandpa yeah, he was 80 years old. He would be 81, I think. And you know, the last birthday that he spent in his hospital bed, I got to visit him with my brother's ex. And yeah, it was, usually birthdays are a really big thing in our family, and we celebrate them together. The birthday person gets to pick what they want to eat, and then we have lunch together, and it's like a you know, a family affair, a family celebration. And obviously, last year, since my grandpa was born in October, we didn't get to have that because he already passed away, you know, a few months before that. And the year before, he was in the hospital, and we weren't able to like visit him for a long period of time, and not everybody was able to visit him. So yeah, I just feel really grateful that I got to spend his last birthday with him. And yeah, these are the things that I know that I'm like sad or whatever, but I'm so grateful. And being able to see the positive side of things is also something I am so grateful for, because up until this point, I don't think that I was able to see the positive side. My dog wants to communicate with you. I gave you the option to go out. You decided to stay here. I don't know what his problem is. Anyway, I've done schoolwork. I've had lunch. I took my vitamin D3. My sister's bird is currently out. I don't know if you can see him. That little red blob, that's him. And that little white blob, that's my bird that still does not want to get out of the cage. I am going to be cleaning my chinchilla's cage, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I don't think that I will be, you know, filming. Also forgot to mention, I got a call from the vet. Lucifer was operated. It was a very difficult procedure, according to the vet, but she is not supposed to have any tubes left. She did show signs of reproduction again. My pets. But I really miss Lucifer. I can't wait for her to come home. And honestly, like, yeah, we're picking her up tomorrow morning, which is exciting. She is still waking up from the anesthesia, and because bearded dragons have such low heart rate or low metabolism, slow, not low, what? Slow metabolism and slow heart rate, it takes them hours to wake up. So she's still waking up, but I can pick her up tomorrow morning, which is perfect. This is what happens when you give your chinchilla a dust bath. This is full of dust now. Hi, Jack. Do you have a clean cage? Who is a cute boy? My baby. Hey, don't bite my nails. I gave him this thing that's filled with hay and stuff. He's gonna have a lot of fun chewing it. He already did a little bit. He started. But yeah, then we have this little hay ball or whatever, and you know, food. One has treats, one has food that he eats, like a staple. And now he's here. I did so much today. I cleaned the entire house, with the exception of, you know, the bedrooms. But I didn't clean my bedroom either, even though I was supposed to. I'm just a little bit tired. So, yeah, the clothes are in the wash. The dishes are being washed as well. So I guess I'm just gonna make myself some tea. And I also cleaned like the stove, the oven, all that. I was a good girl today. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so happy, but yeah, anyway, let's make me some coffee or whatever I'm gonna drink. Something warm, because I have been freezing all day. It's my grandma's birthday today, and my sister sent her flowers to the house, which was really nice. My grandma was so happy. She needed me to be there to answer a phone call from my sister because she didn't know how. So, you know, I just ended up having a chat with them and making my grandma coffee. So that was lovely. I do have to say that was really lovely. And then I just came upstairs. I cleaned the house. I also did a lot of work for school today, which I surprised myself by how much I was able to do. Really, I'm hoping that I can finish school by the end of next year. If all goes to plan. Obviously, like, final exams are really stressing me out. But, you know, it's nothing that I cannot conquer, I guess. Because I'm a badass bitch. I have to remind myself this more often. It's so easy to forget that you're capable of more than you think, but yeah, doubt just creeps in way too often for way too many of us. So if you haven't reminded yourself of that yet, well, you're a badass bitch. A few days ago, I finished watching the entire first season of Bridgerton. I didn't think I would like it, honestly. Like, I tried watching the first episode right when it came out, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna be for me. But then a few days ago, I was kind of stressed out. I did my schoolwork and I needed to chill, so I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, you know, this is actually really interesting. Enemies to lovers kind of, you know, trope, I guess. And I was like, okay, I have to watch this. I have to finish watching it. I want to know what happens. So I did. But the show that I'm watching currently is Grey's Anatomy season 17. I'm picking up where I left off, which was season 17 episode 4. I heard that Lexi is back, and if you don't know me, Lexi is my favorite character. Lexi and Mark were my favorite ship. I love Lexi with all my heart. She is my favorite. And then there's Christina Yang. Lexi was my favorite of all. Just the sweetest girl ever. I loved her so much, and her character and her I guess empathy and just everything. Lexi was, yeah. Anyway, so that's why I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. It's one of those days where I have the energy and I have the desire to do stuff. I don't know who this person is. It's been a few months since I've felt like that. But at the same time, I am struggling with reading. I haven't read anything today because I just ended up listening to music, I guess. So that's kind of my day. I'm gonna leave it off here. I don't think that, you know, I'm gonna do anything more interesting today. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you like these like daily vlogs, and or like every other day. I don't know how often these will be, but as long as I feel like I'm in the mood to film, I'm gonna film. So yeah, and it might not be me wearing makeup every single day, but today was a good day. It was one of the first good days that I've had, which is kind of interesting because I've cried 10 minutes ago. But also today is an anniversary of my grandpa's funeral. Kind of, you know, it's, I guess we've kind of come full circle in a way where I'm getting some closure. but things still feel a little bit raw, but I am healing. So there was a scene in Grey's Anatomy where Bailey had to visit her mom, who was like in the hospital, and she went for a visit inside her room and told her, you know, if you have to go, it's okay. I don't want you to suffer. It's okay if you're ready to go. And that kind of struck me, because when my grandpa has a stroke, that's what my dad told him. And it's so crazy that I've been thinking of him all day. And you know, it just so happens to be in this episode. So yeah, anyway, thank you. Sorry, I've been just thinking so much, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you next time.